Evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay this evening. I know that I am. I know I've been on seem like somewhat of a hiatus, but yeah, I've been over at my studio. Y'all know since my dad passed, I have been trying to stay away, but it is election season, and so I've been over there rearranging, trying to pack some things because um, I'll be moving into my dad did bless me with some stuff. I'll be moving into another location really, really soon. A location that I had out, an area that I really had always wanted to be able to have my businesses at, right? So I kind of been over there, but until I'm still there. So I still been over there preparing because it's election season, and y'all know all the politicians come through because I am on Comcast, and a lot of the audience, the mature audience that get out and vote around the Tennessee and Mississippi area, definitely look at my show, right? So they need to be over there, okay? They need to be over there. That's why I said some politicians coming over there. I'm gonna make sure that I bring up, okay, that young Dolph needs a statue. If I don't do it, my name ain't Tamara. You'll see. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the videos up. Okay. All right. I'm a woman of my word. But anyways, I was all excited because before I get into it, I express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay. And if you would like to, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscription button, share the video so that more people can see it. And if you would like to support the channel, okay, please do support the channel. Okay. And I would like for you all to support the channel. Hit the cash app because I put out some good information over here. Okay. So make sure y'all do that. Hit my cash app or hit the super thanks that's at the bottom of the screen. Okay. But I wanted to talk about CEO Jizzle. Okay. CEO Jizzle is an artist that I saw around Kenny Money. I seen him more around Kenny Money than any of them. Um, I've been watching him very closely. I feel like CEO Jizzle, I said from the start, I felt like CEO Jizzle he's a very handsome little kid to me, and he is a kid up under me. You know, people be getting all in their feelings when I say that these little dudes are handsome. I ain't no cougar, okay? Because I got kids their age, and he is handsome. And when I start looking at kids like CEO Jizzle, and I see that they have a drive, okay, and they have the look to go further because I know that they can pander to an audience. The young ladies are like them, but in this day and age, the young ladies are like them rather than how they look or not. As long as they got some money, it's unfortunate, but we're gonna put that in the hands of the Lord, okay? Because we are living in a different time where um you know everything and everybody is for sale. I just did not come from that era. I have a service, but as far as my character, as far as my person, um i, I that ain't for sale. As far as my talents that I have gotten a trade for now, I market that. But as far as my physical, my body, my temple, my personal, my personality, my loyalty, that could never have a price tag on it, right? And it's unfortunate that it seems to me that it bothers me that the young ladies in this day and time has a price tag on them. A lot of them do, okay? But that comes from a lot of times how they were raised and things of that nature. And even with some of these young men, have a price tag on them because they'll let somebody pay them to go screw their lives up, like commit hits and things of that nature, right? And it's just unfortunate. But I see CEO Jizzle, okay. He got his pre-chain, And like I said, I have been following CEO Jizzle very closely because I want to see CEO Jizzle win. And then there have been stuff in the atmosphere, and you kind of follow them to see what's going on with the young dudes. And for me, I think I've always been good at zoning in on a star. And I think that he has what is necessary to be a star. I don't think he has, even though he's in the streets, I don't think he has bad energy. I'll give you an example. CEO Jizzle, nice looking kid, talented. Um, he out in the streets doing his dirt, but I don't think he's got bad energy. Okay, which means he really could go far. I don't think he's an evil person. Straight drop, nice looking kid. Okay, talented. He could have been better as he got as thing. If he had gotten on the right path, he would have gotten better. But you could tell he got a bad energy and a bad aura about him. You can feel it without even knowing it. You could tell he's lost. You can just feel that, right? Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. And I think that CEO Jizzle has I'm glad that Kenny Money, I want to, even though he's got a pre-chain, I want to say Kenny Money may have signed him. I have been watching that closely. I could tell he really admires Kenny Money. And let me just say this about Kenny Money. Kenny Money was the underdog. Kenny Money, when Dolph was first assassinated, I didn't even know that Kenny Money was on pre until somebody got up there on my panel who was a quote unquote, he's a slick hater, big stepper. And I guess because he felt like Kenny Money was the underdog, I'm just saying this is what I think. Big stepper might not have meant no harm. He said that Kenny Money, he did say Kenny Money was hard. He did say that. I got to give him that. But Kenny Money, people kind of focused in on Fizzle and Key Glock and all of them, in which they should have, because y'all know I rocks with them too. Snoop Bands and Paper Route Woo and all of them. And Kenny Money just kept working. He just kept grinding. And even before he and you could see he's just shooting up. Let me just tell you something. When it's your time, it's your time. Hey, there is an appointed time for everything, and no devil in hell could ever stop that. And I could just tell he stayed the course. Regardless of who might have been getting the shine or who wasn't, he stayed the course. He was still making money. Okay. And now it is his time. And I see, even though Key Glock reminds me of Dolph, I could tell he definitely has that Dolph spirit. Key Glock is more reserved, but Kenny Money has that spirit where they all took something from Young Dolph. So I'm just happy to see them doing their thing and to see him putting on other artists, right? And I was a little afraid for Jizzle because I was like, Jizzle seems to have a temper. Okay. I didn't look up Jizzle's birthday. I didn't look up his birthday. I don't know if he said he was born in August or something like that. I don't know, but most Leos have fiery personalities. Okay. But I don't know if he was born in August. But as long as he stays the course, he'll be okay. And so all of those little dudes around him, okay, because I know they say he's R and R out of RR. I don't, R and R. I'm not gonna speculate on what R and R is. Okay, I'm not, because I don't know. But I guess it's a click. Okay. So as long as those little dudes around him, everything starts to line up. They're proud of him. They want to see him win. They all stand together and stick the course, because Kenny Money is putting himself out there. Kenny Money has worked hard to get where he is. They don't turn on him when things are not going the way that they think they should, because there's ups and downs in this business. And I know a lot of young dudes don't realize that, right? If they stay the course, because it seems to me that Kenny Money is very, very proud of him. And I'm glad he sees in Jizzle, I'm sure he saw it before anybody else saw it, that he is a star. Okay. That he is a star. And so hopefully what's got me kind of bothered now is that, I can see he's a star. A lot of other people can see that he's a star. Kenny Money can see that he's a star. And I know that seems like there had been some friction with some more people, I hope they don't, because people zone in on you and feel like they want to take you out when they think you're doing well, right? Um, so I hope that these cuckabug heads don't allow the devil to use them, and let this young man go on and be great. I know that we think about that situation with Little Migos and all of that, where Little Migos chain and stuff was taken. But hey, I keep saying the reason why I know the young man don't have a bad heart is because if they had him in a position to take his stuff, then that means they had him in a position where they could have taken his life, and they didn't do that. And so I think that's I don't know what happened with that. The only thing I know is that Little Migos is still alive, and and he's not down there at the grave, like, straight dropping them did young Dolph. And so that's why I say that I feel like the young man has what it takes to go far, because I don't think that he is a evil person, right? Because we know that what those people did to Dolph was flat out evil, and they did it for nothing, right? So I said that to say this. I hope that they don't take the opportunity, because we see what's happening now when a person has star status on them, especially if they're hungry enough. And I think Kenny Money would lead him down the right road, and I don't think Kenny Money would sign him to be no hitman like some of these other CEOs do. I think Kenny genuinely wants to see him win, right? I do. I think he wants to see him win and to get his money. Okay. And so I hope that these old jealous cuckabug head Negroes, these nappy neck old, don't get me started on these niggas. Okay. These Memphis niggas that act like, want to say we getting all this money, but don't want to see nobody else win. Leave CEO Jizzle alone and let him win. Let Kenny Money them win. It's like everybody getting their feelings, they can shine. That's the reason why they wanted young Dolph gone, because people wanted, everybody else want to brag about what they're doing and what they got, but they don't. They got mad because young Dolph could flex and floss and truly had it, right? Okay. So it makes me happy to see that, Kenny Money has signed Jizzle. And I'm going to show a picture of that. Okay. And also, I was looking at is it Petty Talk? Mr. Petty. And he had up a shout out to Mr. Petty. He had up a video of Jizzle when he was on live the other day. And Jizzle, somebody had typed something about young Dolph, and Jizzle said, I've been riding for Dolph. Okay. And I do believe that with the type of emotions that he had when that person typed that in his chat, I knew that he was. Okay. I just hope and pray that Jizzle can keep um his temper under submission, because now what's going to happen is people are going to come at him more, because they're going to be trying to bait him into losing what he could have. They're going to want to trick him out of it. And I think that Kenny Money is doing a good thing, and if nothing else, they'll try to make him lose his temper to try to get to Kenny Money. I don't think that Jizzle would ever want to do anything to hurt Kenny Money, but I know with some of these young kids, they have tempers. Okay. And the best thing is to rule number one, get the money. Rule number two, don't forget to get the money. Okay. Everybody else want to be able to brag about what they got and laugh about what somebody else ain't got. And then when somebody else is put in a position to go further than them, because he's got star qualities, he's the whole package. He's a cute kid, and he's a good rapper, right? So, of course, folks are going to start trying to come at him. Okay. They're going to start trying to come at him because they already jealous and hating. Okay. Let me pull Lil Jizzle up. Okay. Because I done told y'all, I was already a fan of Jizzle. Okay. Let me pull him up. Hold on, you guys. Mm. Okay, let me show you guys. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to. Let me see. Here it is, right here. Okay. So here go little Jizzle right here. Jizzle says, what to do out here on a Saturday. I hope that. He said, single for the summer. I'll try the relationship stuff in the winter. Got a show coming up. I'm gonna drop the date and location. Shout out to Jizzle doing his thing. Uh I think I've met there you go. Look at him on stage rapping. I think that I don't know if that was after he got his pre-chain. He said, wake up and go get the money. He says from Memphis to Texas. Okay, somebody says, congrats, nigga. I feel like I got the chain. Keep going. He got his pre-chain. It might be out of his story. I think I may have missed it. It's I think it's out of his story. I wish he had put it on his page. Um, but it was just there. It has disappeared now. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, it has disappeared out of the stories. I'm sure some of those little dudes that are on his that hang around him may have it on their pages. But see, I don't know them. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm very proud of the young man. I am. I was looking for it, but somehow I let it disappear. I waited too long. But I'm very proud of him. He was saying, Kenny Money was smiling harder than him, when he gave him his pre-chain and they were out on stage. I'm so proud of those dudes. I genuinely want to see the young men that was truly for Dolph, and I think that they are. I want to see what he left behind prosper since he was killed to try and kill the baby. I'll say that God had put on the inside of him. He had already birthed out pre, and I know I'm getting biblical now. I'm about to get my preach on. Um, and he was making something great. Those visions and dreams God had put on the inside of young Dolph, and he was making dreams come true for other young men. And so young Dolph wasn't just killed because of what he had. He was also killed because of the visions that he had that he wanted to bring to pass. They wanted to make sure that they killed everything. And it's killing them now that each and every time that they look at somebody like Kenny Money, like Key Lock, like Jay Fizzle, like Snoop Bands and all of them, they get to thinking about dog. We gotta go away for life because it's gonna be some more of them to go. And young Dolph still lives on through these artists. We killed him because we wanted to mess with their blessings. It wasn't just about young Dolph. It was about those young dudes that was around him. They wanted to try to kill that too. But God had other plans. Okay. I know a lot of people say, well, young Dolph did everything he was supposed to do, and God said this. God, they'll put God in that. I don't. It was his time was up. I don't know if his time was up or not, because God didn't kill young Dolph. A bunch of jealous, hating dudes interrupted his life and killed him. Had they not allowed their jealousy and that demonic spirit that's on them to get into them, he would still be walking around here. Okay, so I don't ever say what when people do evil stuff that was God's doing. What they did to him that day at that cookie shop was not God's doing, and nobody could ever tell me that. That was the doing of the devil, and that was humans that allowed the enemy to use them. So it makes me happy to see when these young dudes carry on. And what I say to CEO Jizzle is to make young Dolph proud, make Kenny Money proud, stay out of the mess, and to each one teach one. Get yourself in a position where you can also do for some of these young dudes that got their mind right, that surround you, that you trust, what Kenny Money has done for you. Okay. That's what I say to him, because I believe he's going to be a big star. Okay, now I want to just touch on Big Jook for a few minutes. Okay, I saw where Big Jook. Hold on, I want to show this. Hold on, I don't know if y'all can even hear me when I'm in my other screen, so that's why I'm not saying anything. But maybe you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Now, this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show a post that Big Jook had put up. And this is me kind of just being, I guess, inquisitive and a little analytical. Okay. He posted, hold on, let me go back. I see it moving. Okay. Um, he says, I'll never show my hand to prove no points. Just know the score ain't even. Okay. And you know, it kind of bothers me a little bit with that statement. And I'm gonna say this because I had wanted to like Jook. When I first saw when people was first talking about young Yo Gotti's brother, I didn't know who he was. And then when I finally found his page on Instagram or whatever, I started watching him and I would see him with his children and stuff. And I had really wanted, I didn't, I had, I wanted to believe something else. Because I love to see men with their children, just like I love seeing young Dolph with his children. I love to see when men seem to love on their children. And so I kept watching because I was like, surely what I'm hearing is not so. I'm talking about what people were saying in the streets. Okay. Um, and so I kept watching, and what I tend to see with a lot of these older dudes that are around my age is they should be ashamed of themselves. Especially Big Jug should, because he's even older than I. They have a jealous spirit on them, and they um I don't know what it is about these young dudes, but his spirit seems to be jealous. And he ought to be a damn ashamed of himself. Okay. And so when they make that statement that, the score is not even, it kind of bothers me because, I've heard rumors about, allegedly there was something that had happened between him and Key Glock at an airport. And supposedly, because of what transpired, this also helped to add fuel to what happened to young Dolph allegedly. And then I do know that immediately after, when young Dolph was killed, there was rumors about people still wanting to take Key Glock up out of here. And so it kind of bothers me. He could be talking about anything. I'll try to be even tonight a little bit. Okay. Um, when people say just know the score ain't even, I won't show my hand. Jook, leave these kids alone. You too damn old for this shit. These kids is old enough to be your damn grandkids. Okay, you ought to be. It's a damn shame before God what a lot of these OGs is doing and how they're helping to destroy the black community when the motherfuckers should be building up the black community. That's what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be helping to guide. Instead, you got young dudes that's still in their 20s, like Kenny Money and Key Glock, that's helping to guide and try and carry on that legacy of what young Dolph was trying to do for his people. Damn all what folks talking about when he ran his mouth. Well, goddamn it, everybody in them ran their damn mouth. Everybody gets reckless. It ain't Jook's job or nobody else's damn job to decide that because young Dolph was reckless with his mouth, or they felt like he was reckless with his mouth, because hell, God and everybody done been reckless with their mouth. It ain't black youngsters' damn job or nobody else's damn job to decide that he got to die. Okay? I'm trying to, cause see, that steam starts to come up. I get mad as hell. It's a damn shame with me being a black woman, but I see how a lot of these black men, I love black men, what I see them doing to their children, to other black men's children, when they decide that they're going to get together and he got to go because he had disrespected me. Motherfucker, take your pink padded panty ass on somewhere to a fucking brothel or something and be a damn woman and sell ass or whatever, and stop talking about you a damn gangster, since you too weak and you too pitiful that you don't want to hear nobody talking about you. Put on your fucking ballerina shoes and go do ballet, because you too soft. And so now a lot of these dudes, kiss my ass, the ones in jail ain't getting out. Not unless they do what they know they need to do. They'll get out one day. Okay? And the ones that's gonna be indicted ain't. And so now they got to go away from their children. They got to go away from their women and leave some of their sons and daughters out here fatherless. But hey, their kids can come to the prison and see them. Dolph's children have to go down to the grave, all because these motherfuckers decided that they couldn't stand to see him be great. Because that's what it all boils down to. Folks talk every day. Folks will say when they think a person ain't got nothing going on, that nigga broke. He ain't got nothing going on. I ain't better respond to that. But because young Dolph talked the talk and he walked the walk, he flossed about what he had and could back it up. They couldn't take it. And so with these other little dudes coming up and stuff, these folks got jealous spirits because they wanted to see the life sucked out of them. They thought that Pre would be defunct. But how many know you can't stop the plan of God? You can't do that. You can't stop the plan of God. Okay? You can't. And so people get about getting jealous and they go, yeah, these niggas ain't humble. Yeah, I got something for them. The score ain't even, this, and that. And they think that they're going to play God again. And some of these folks know they're going to be indicted. So they feel like they ain't got nothing to lose anyway. That's why I say to get all kinds of security around you. But it's a damn shame that folks have to do this. And not only are these OGs messing their lives up, they're messing up the lives of these young dudes that are misled already. A lot of them already ain't got good sense because they come from two people that didn't have good sense. But let's just be real. A lot of these kids and stuff were crack babies. All right, these young adults, that's what they act. And I'm serious. We know that. Okay, so they got crazy ass mamas and daddies. Okay, their mind could be right. It could be better if they had somebody to guide them right. But instead, because of the shit that's going on in their home, they start looking up to a lot of these OGs like Jook and Gotti and them, and then they dangle money in their face, okay, and say, if you go crash out, this is what we got for you. Whereas if God has blessed you, that's the reason why a lot of these folks got to lose what God has blessed them with, because God says the gifts comes without repentance. Okay. I don't give a damn how many millions God had borrowed. He ain't God. Okay, he ain't. So if God has put you in a position to truly make dreams come true, people should not have to compromise their lives, right? They shouldn't have to compromise. Okay? They shouldn't have to. And so, Jook, you old enough to have some damn self-control. Okay. I just hope it was something you were sharing. I do. Let these little kids be great. Let these little dudes be great. You ought to be trying to put a muzzle and a lid on some of this shit that goes on. Okay. Let me get, okay, I don't want to talk about that no more because I'm about to get started. Okay, because it went too far. So I'm gonna change the subject. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about that. You know, I did. I wanted to talk about that. You know, I hope that Jook is old enough to be wise. He ought to have some damn wisdom. He 50. Shit. Ain't nothing worse than an old fool. Okay. And as a black woman, I'm tired of seeing this stuff. I am. He ought to have some damn self-control. Hell. Get out the fucking music business. If it's stressing you out like that, because see, you have to understand now, anytime these dudes feel like they can go kill somebody because they mad, they really serial killers. They no different than Jeffrey Dahmer. And that's the reason why I'm glad that they get ready to start utilizing that death penalty. It'll make these niggas go back to the old days. Because see, Jook and God in them came from a time where they know we fought. When you got mad, nigga, you know you didn't go put no fucking hit on nobody. You handled that with your fist. Okay? And you sure didn't send somebody else's child out to go and crash out. Yeah, I got a cold. I got a cold because I sleep up under the fan. But I'm gonna get off of here. I wanted to put that into the atmosphere. I said that to say this. Jook, hey, think right. Okay, think right. And I wanted to say, you know, that I'm happy for CEO Jizzle. I am. I'm happy for CEO Jizzle. I'm glad to see him signed. And I hope he take this opportunity, make the right decisions, because the sky is the limit. The sky is definitely the limit for him. You know, if he just keep going. You know, I'm sure young Dolph is extremely proud of these young men. They just did a tour. The devil had tried to step in, you know, when they were in California or whatever. But hey, they persevered. They're still doing well, and I hope they keep their head on swivel and they make the right decisions and go and do those things that young Dolph had put them in a position to do and finish it. I know they thought when they killed him they had stopped something, but they didn't. What they did was they stopped their very own lives. That's what they did, and it's a darn shame. Because what these men need to understand is they old asses, when they make these decisions to participate in doing something that they know is not right, it affects their whole household. You taken away from your children and your woman and all of that. And I don't care how much money you leave behind. If your presence isn't there, it affects your whole household. And that's what these men need to understand, okay? But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to touch on that. I ain't go too hard on nobody tonight. Okay, Big Jook, don't send no hits on me. I ain't go in like I could have, okay? I hope you can handle a little constructive criticism, okay? Because y'all know normally I go in, but I wasn't in the mood tonight. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. Yeah, and please share the video. Share the video so more people can see it. Hit the subscription button, hit the like button. I love you guys so much. I'll talk with you later.